Welcome to The Spiritual Psychologist. For this episode, we are leaning into a beautiful journey that one of my clients, Nina, has moved through in the Academy of Healing. Her journey has been incredible with how much she has deepened as a space holder, as a woman, and she has deepened so much into her business, selling out an offer within just a couple of weeks of launching it. In this episode, I speak to Nina about her journey. If you are interested in potentiality, possibility of what can open up when you dedicate to your becoming, this episode is for you.
So I think what's really special about the Academy is the way that your teachings bridge a holistic side to healing with the evidence-based healing. I have an undergrad degree in psychology, and I just basically learned about CBT, evidence-based psychology that wasn't at all rooted in Eastern practices or Eastern philosophy. And I think that there needs to be room for both in the healing space, especially as we live in such a globalized world where people are coming from everywhere. As a woman of color myself, as a child of immigrants myself, the integration of more holistic sides of healing, whether it's, breathwork, pranayama, or just the guided meditations, they're really complementary to the maybe more nervous system, quote unquote, scientific techniques we use. And I think that's where the Academy steps in really well, is it bridges both your background as a psychologist with your practice of using these holistic modalities.
And do you feel like you're receiving a rich, holistic lens on healing and growth?
Oh, absolutely. I love how the modules are kind of two-part in that we have the lectures and then we have the embodied skill building. And the embodied skill building, it's just really cool to have such a big kind of vault of practices that we can go back to of, this could be good for this client. By using these practices to work on ourselves, we then have a better understanding of how to use them for our clients.
And bearing in mind that you're in month 5 and there's 12 modules, where would you say on a scale of 1 to 10, 0 to 10, in terms of your confidence in guiding people, where would you say you were?
I think when I started, I was probably around a 4.
Yes. Yeah. And where would you say you are now, 5 months into the journey?
I would say I'm probably like a 7.5.
What has created that shift already from a 4 to a 7.5?
I think it's a combination of what is offered in the Academy. So one is obviously the teachings, and we learned how to go through kind of a sequence of questions and ways to guide the client through an issue or through an emotion, and kind of having that framework of this is a loose way to guide sessions has been really helpful in me being able to show up. And when I first started, I'm thinking about the sessions that I was doing in March before I joined the Academy and the sessions that I've done in the past couple of months. I'm much more comfortable, actually holding space and guiding myself. And in March, I was very scared of, the client might not like the meditation or the visualization or the inner child work. And I just then wouldn't bring it in because I was scared. And through the structured teachings in the Academy and also through our group calls where we're kind of all going through this together, and we're all, even though we're not all helping the exact same demographic of the client, we're all approaching it in a similar way and with similar intention, and being able to chat with other people who have this framework and this approach to healing is really validating, and then allows me to come into my own sessions with confidence of, this is how I believe I want to hold space. The clients who resonate with that way of holding space will come back to me or will find value in this.
Yes. So your positioning as a leader has evolved, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah, it has, because it's like, I'm offering this medicine. If you fit into what I'm offering, because this is who I am, then come to me, rather than it being you know, you doing something that you don't actually want to do.
Exactly. I'm not molding myself to the client in the way I used to. It's more of I'm the mold if they fit in the mold
Yes.
of what I'm offering. Yeah.
Yes. So you're a lot clearer about how you work and what it is that you offer.
One thing about humans is that we're social creatures, right? And I think having the group of people just going through this journey of starting a business, the ups and the downs, and being like, I feel you, I can relate. You know I talk a lot in our group and in the Telegram about how I go through these all or nothing phases of I'm so into this and oh, I'm not seeing results and I'm feeling kind of stuck. And just, I think before I joined the academy, I was going through those fluctuations on my own, and the down parts felt more intense. The periods where I was kind of stuck, they felt like they were a bigger deal than they actually are. In our community, I'm able to see, one, everybody goes through this. We're all trying to start a business, and it's not an easy journey. It's a question of commitment. It's a question of consistency, and I guess being validated in the ups and downs are a part of the journey. Other people are going through it with me as well has been really, really pivotal for my growth.
What has supported, you talked about those internal shifts where you're not staying in the density of something. What has supported that? Because that is really going to help any entrepreneur. It's going to help anyone that is building a business.
I think our calls are really helpful. When I show up to calls and I'm in that stuck place, I basically always feel a shift afterwards. In the calls, we typically do some sort of visualization, meditation, or some sort of guided, breath work or meditation, just kind of where I reconnect with myself and reconnect with my greater goals and my, I guess my greater intention for what it is that I'm doing. It's kind of hard to slow down and zoom out when I'm in those stuck periods to understand that, oh, I do have this greater intention. And during our calls where I'm kind of guided to reconnect, I come out of the calls feeling less pressure on myself to feel like I have to feel 100% all the time because I'm reconnected with my greater goal.
Yes, I love it. So there's the visioning, there's the trust in action, in the density, rather than like the forcing your way out of it, which instantly takes away from the density because you're not attaching to it. Are there shifts that you have felt personally on this journey so far?
I think I've experienced being open to being in flow a little bit more as a person. I definitely, struggle with kind of being very rigid about my expectations and how I think things are going to go or how I want things to go. And being in the academy has kind of, like I said earlier, allowed me to just reconnect with this greater intention of wanting to hold space and wanting to be a healer. And the manifestation of what that looks like is kind of shifting for me from all, and I know you know this, but initially I was just offering coaching services, and I've been doing astrology readings for a few years, but now I'm also doing yoga teaching in addition to the coaching and the astrology. And it feels like I'm able to feel all of the skills and tools that I have to offer, and I'm able to connect and flow through them more fluidly.
Yeah, it's just been really beautiful for you to see you step into bringing all of your medicine together in a powerful way through your new offering, bringing in the yoga, the astrology, combining it, selling it successfully as well, selling it in like a one post. Most of your places have sold as well now, haven't they, for it?
Yeah, I have 3 spots left, so this is the first time I've sold this many spots in general.
And if there's anybody who is thinking of joining the academy, but they're maybe on the edge of uncertainty around maybe the financial investment or the commitment of it, what would you say to them?
It's going to be a pivotal part of your life. I will say that. I think, giving yourself this sort of container for a whole year is really special because you dive deep into it. You make a big financial investment, but that means that you then are fully invested as a human being into this. You know, you're not like, I've thrown 100 quid away and I'm not going to show up to this. It's rather, I've invested in this not only in money, but also in mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, committing to such a journey then means that you are going to go through a journey and a transformation yourself by the end of it. And from my experience, it's true. And I'm excited to see where I am in 5 more months when I'm done with the academy. I don't know where I'll be then, but I know it'll be very different from who I am now. The investment is big, but so are the results.